Happy Thursday and welcome to your weekly Divine Energy Flow session here with Carla, myself, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So we have some things to talk about today. First, I'm going to kind of go over just a few housekeeping things. So we know that that we have two Facebook groups, communities, the Call to Awakening, and we have the Divine Energy Flow group. Please, if you have not gone and followed those two pages, please do that for us. It would really help out, and we're really trying to get all of this information to the world. Also, we each have a YouTube channel as well. So the Call to Awakening group YouTube channel, as well as just Carla Romero Crochet as well. So just go and like and subscribe and do all that if you do indeed like the content that you see on these videos. So today, see if there's anything else I needed to, I think I'm good. So today, what I really wanted to talk about, and it's really been on my heart and been on my mind for a few weeks, and that is because I do feel the energy of newly awakened individuals in this community. And I'm really just talking about the Facebook and, well, both the Facebook and the YouTube community. A lot of newly, freshly awakened energy that is a little confused. And I want to try to help with that today a little bit as much as I can. So today we'll talk about basically being newly awakened and what really does that even mean. And I know I talked about this before, but you can't hear it too many times, really. And why it's so important to have some sort of like a routine, not to get yourself routined, but for a little while, a routine will be very well. Then once you really, once you start feeling in flow and you start realizing that everything is sort of working out the way it should and everything is just kind of flowing in your life, then you can start going more day to day, moment to moment like I do now. And really, to be honest with you, it's only been a few years since I've like really had my awakening, about 3 years. And at the very beginning, I was I'm going to tell you some of the things that I did, and it really changed the whole trajectory of my entire life just by doing these things. And now I really don't even do them anymore. And I need to. So this is like I'm telling you and I'm reminding myself, because this worked. These things absolutely 100% work. It worked for what? Work for easing you of the chaos that you know is going on in your head. Like when you first awaken, there's all kind of different awakenings. There's the awakening to the matrix, the awakening to the we're all programmed and we're not really our body or our mind, that we're just spirit, and we're not just that we are spirit made manifest. And that's a huge, most people I grew up thinking I was unworthy. I was a Catholic. Nothing against religions. They're all beautiful in their own way. But for me, I grew up, I completely lost where I was. Yeah. So everything that I did was such a 100% program. I was completely unconscious, like most people are. Most people live an unconscious life. You go through your day-to-day stuff. You go through your, you don't even think, like if you're in, let's just go there for just a moment with politics. Jeez. But no matter what the other side says, you're gonna dislike it. I know that's what I did. Like, I didn't even look at it because they were just, this was it. All that, we've just been programmed so much, and we unconsciously pick things and pick sides and pick, it's just judging, just a whole bunch of judgment around everything. And that's how we live our lives until we awaken. And there's many different awakenings, like I said. So there's the one like that there's tons of pendulums that are just trying so hard to get your energy. It's dying literally for your energy. It cannot continue unless it has a lot of the collective's energy. None of those things. Religion, politics, da 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 da. Even spirituality is a pendulum, in itself. But regardless, which ones make you feel good and which ones make you feel bad? Which one do you feed? Right? So that's a sort of an awakening right there. That's a big one, really. you know, um, I just remember feeling when I started really realizing, like, we're all aspects of God. Like, we all are. That made me feel at first like, how dare I? How dare I say I'm an aspect of God? But we are. So a lot of it can be very, very confusing. Um, I would suggest that if you're going through this type of thing, don't tell people that won't understand. Don't tell anyone that won't understand for a while. Because when you become awakened, you become a beacon of light. When you become awakened, you become a master. You become not in itself. Hear me out, because you're all of your higher selves and everything together in this moment, right? Um, but when you begin to awaken and be conscious as a creator and as a sovereign being in this beautiful meat suit, your frequency will rise, and everyone will just want to be around you. All of a sudden, everyone, when you raise your frequency, you become a beacon of light, a pillar of light. And people, you affect the world. Not only the people really close around you, but you affect the world. It's a world awakening. We are a collective species, and the human collective. And so we're not just me and just you, we're all, right? So when one beacon of light shines that light, it affects the entire world, the entire field, the energetic field. It's a ripple. It probably goes out into the cosmos and everything. It just, every little beacon of light counts. So thank you for being a beacon of light in this beautiful awakening. All right, what else? Sometimes it's forget what I was talking about. But you know me, at least I write things down. All right. Good habits. Yes. So you're basically moving from unconscious to conscious living. You're consciously waking up in the morning, deciding what you're going to do, consciously in the present moment, going to work, no longer. And after you have your spiritual awakening, a lot of times all kinds of things will crumble down, like my work that was my dream job. My work, after working for them for 5 years, yes, we closed due to COVID, but I had put in my resignation about a month late, about a month before, but they just kept asking me to come back and work a couple more days or another week or whatever. So I ended up being laid off with COVID, but it was my dream job. But I knew that it wasn't good for my frequency. It was hard, and it was emotionally draining. And now I know why it was emotionally draining for me, because I am a empath. So a lot of things will crumble down because they no longer resonate with your vibration. Friends will fade away because they no longer resonate. Your vibration just, whoa. So it's got to go the other way. Let's see. So when you start to look at things from a different perspective, when you first start awakening, Um, you start realizing that everything is energy. You start realizing the different pendulums and how much they can drain your energy. So here are some things that you can do to move through this time. This was really the most beautiful time of my life. My awakening was like exciting and fun and, you know, beautiful. So bottom line is you need to research. Research, research, research. Learn, learn, learn. Learn from people like me, from other people on YouTube. Learn. Um, just learn. Learn about spirituality. Learn about your spirit guides. Learn about energy. Maybe learn about energy work. Learn about the law of attraction. Learn about the universal laws. Law of attraction is um, it's very, very important. That's why I said that one first. That was the first thing I dove into was law of attraction. So I dove into, I literally quit watching TV and didn't listen to the radio for like a year and a half or 2 years. This is everything was into this. It was Abraham Hicks on YouTube. Leor Alexandra, I love her. Activation Vibration. These are YouTube channels. Activation Vibration is Heather Hoffman, Goddess. And then after a couple of years, I started listening to Ram Dass. That's a little bit of a different, that's a higher frequency perspective. Ram Dass, talking about love, talking about the power, of love. Alan Watts, yeah. Alan Watts. And the book that I have mentioned on here a couple times, Reality Transurfing. If you want to have fun, like if you can open your mind and take some things in, this can be the funnest time of your life. Learning all these things. It's like all of a sudden the world is freaking magical. What? And I'm a magician, basically. Like, so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, reality transurfing. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and just advertise her. It's Renee Garcia. I think it's just called. Anyway, her name's Renee Garcia. It is Reality Transurfing TV. She's quirky and fun, and you would love her. Check that out. Check out the readings because it's an audio book, because the book is like $50 and it's like this big. It's like 5 books, but it is amazing. So it's a lot like the law of attraction, except to me it's like the law of attraction beefed up, like on steroids. It gives you more. It gives you more detail. So yeah, law of attraction, reality transurfing. Get into that because that will get you to where you start thinking about fun stuff. It will get you to where you start thinking about, what do I want to do with my life? And what do I have to do? What do I want? What do I want? Not my kids, not my husband, the society. What do I want? And let's create that. Like, it just gets so much fun. Okay. So start researching, start doing your own research, read some beautiful books. Meditation. Meditation is a vital part of this. You must learn to sit still. You must learn to sit still. And you must learn that you are not this body or mind. You must learn that you are the background. You are the spirit. You are like the background that really has no, couldn't care less about this or that. Just is here, observing everything. That's your God self. That's God looking through your eyes, experiencing everything that you're experiencing. So meditation is so that you can learn these things at your own pace. And it definitely helps with, any kind of anxiety and things like that. If you can just sit still and not judge anything around you, and not have any kind of expectations, and not have, just realize there's nothing to do, and just sit there for a while. Be okay with whatever's going on. You will learn some things about yourself. You might have some things come up that some energy will come up that you will get rid of, regardless if it's crying, probably crying if it's a meditation. All right, so meditation, even if it's just a little while each day, even if it's just 20 or 30 minutes a day. I know people that meditate for hours a day. But just for a few minutes. If all you got is 20, then do 20. But try to do 20 in the morning and 20 at night of just being still. Here are my two, y'all are going to think I'm absolutely crazy, but on my way to work every morning, I would, when I was freshly awakened, I had just started got my first crystals, and I was like, ooh, yeah. And so every morning I would go to work and I would just list all of the things that I appreciate about my environment. I appreciate my car. I appreciate the gas in my car. I appreciate that tree right there. I appreciate the flowers on the side of the road. I appreciate the stores. You can go on and on and on appreciating the things around you, appreciating the things that are not around you, appreciating the things that are in your vibrational vortex, as Abraham would say, before they get here. That's manifestation. That was one of my favorite things to do, and that made the biggest difference in my life. Another one is gratitude. Just another verbal on your way to work. Thank you. God, I'm so thankful for this car. Thank you for my skin. Thank you for my eyes that I can see. Thank you for all of my senses. Thank you for my organs. No matter what's wrong with your organs, thank you for my organs. No matter how much you weigh, thank you for this beautiful body. Yeah, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And another one I started to do too, once I really started getting into the law of attraction stuff, was abundance. Abundance sort of rampages, just like the appreciation and the gratitude. Thank you for the abundance of leaves on the trees. Thank you for the abundance of blades of grass. Thank you for the abundance of air. Thank you for the abundance of water. You can go on and on and on. So maybe pick one each day and start with that. Appreciation, gratitude, and abundance. Another thing that I thought or that I did and I still do, is listen to very high frequency music. You can still listen. I mean, I like some metal. And to me, it's not low vibe, because it doesn't make me feel low vibe. It doesn't do that to me. So what you have to figure out, for some time, you may just be able to listen to different binaural beats on YouTube. Just listen to things that make you calm, that calm your energy. Listen to things that calm your energy. I'll listen to the Kundalini mantras on YouTube sometimes, and it's just beautiful voice. It's just women singing mantras. It's so beautiful, and it's like my Sunday church now. It's so beautiful. Another thing is journaling. Now you can journal these things that we were saying out loud. You can journal the gratitude and all that. The gratitude and the appreciation. You can also use it for scripting. So when you get into the law of attraction more, you'll learn about scripting, and that is a powerful way of manifesting. And I'll give you a little trick, because I was supposed to come on yesterday and give you some manifestation tricks. I kind of go, spiritual awakening and manifestation, to me, it goes so much together. because creating your reality is a spiritual process. It's a vibrational process, you know, so it's like it just goes together. So, um, really quick, while you're scripting, so everyone knows that has been scripting for, you know, that what you need to do when you're writing what you want to come into your reality, which, you know, that's just part of that's just a manifestation ritual is scripting. So you figure out exactly what you want to do. All the details are there. I want to be here. I want this person with me. I want to feel this way. Lots of feelings. So we all know that we need to put this in present tense, right? The scripting for it to manifest. You have to think of it and put the energy of it, of present tense energy, into that scripting, into the words of the scripting. Thank you for what I have already, even though you don't have it. So I can go into this another time a little bit more, but I wanted to give you a different way of doing this. So I forgot what he calls it, but it's Kyle Cease, and he calls it Calago, I think. So Kyle Cease is another person that's a huge influence on me. I don't know how I'd name him with all the rest of the people, but anyway, Calago is scripting or speaking. So you scripting in past tense. So it would be something like, let's say you want to open up a new business and you want it to flourish all over the world, or something like that. You would say, man, it's been so nice since that has happened. You know, last year, do you remember when all those things happened last year, all those synchronicities and that, you know, that made this happen? And do you remember how, you know, how when I moved into the house and, you know, we went and walked on the beach for the first time, and you get it, right? It's scripting from the past, like it happened a year ago or a couple of years ago. It tricks your mind. Your mind is a super powerful tool, and the unconscious mind too is a super powerful tool, but it just knows what it just knows. You know what I'm saying? So if you, when you start putting things that happen, when it starts hearing the things that happened last year or 2 years ago, your mind's like, wait, what is going on? You do that long enough, it's gonna that's how reality works, and that's how we create our reality. All right, I really hope you guys got something out of this. I'm gonna, because I've been here for a minute, yeah, and after, maybe, listen, I could tell you so many stories of different manifestations of how I did things and it manifested. I could tell you so many stories. My life changed dramatically. Everything about my life changed after about 6 months of doing these things. And the most beautiful thing is that I was in flow state almost all the time. You know, it's like no matter what happened around me, I was good. Like I was good. All right, so thank you for listening to that bit of suggestion, just what I did, and I really believe that it worked well. So we're going to go ahead and start this divine energy flow session. I'm gonna work primarily, because we have done the chakra system. If you want to go back at past videos, the last 8 weeks we've done all 7 chakras in the body, and then the soul star chakra as well, the 8th week. So this is we did that last week. This is the first week where we're back to just regular full body transmission. So I'm going to work mostly on having us be in flow state, since we were already talking about all this. If you guys could so if you haven't done this before, all you're going to do is lay back or sit back and just receive the energy. Energy knows no time and space, so no matter where you're at or when you're listening to this, it will get to you so long as you are receptive. All right, so let's say maybe a little prayer. Let's call on our guardian angels, our spirit guides, any ascended masters that you work closely with, maybe Jesus, or anyone. Just ask them to come surround you in this sacred space now. Let's take some deep breaths. Just get to the present moment, get to that 12 o'clock. You've got your past here, your future there, and you're just going to smush it all together to get to right now. Leave your mind at the door as much as you can. Just stay in this moment of just the now moment. Set the intention, or I will set the intention, that all the high frequency energy that that I transmit to you, that you will receive every bit that is for your highest evolution now. Okay, so this is all for your highest good. All right, I'm going to put on some water sounds. I figured I'd do that since it was flow night. Just sit back and relax. So I'm going to do a cleansing and then a transmission. All right, you can start. You can stay exactly where you are and meditate if you like, or just go to sleep. Um, if you have any questions, if you'd like to leave a comment on, how did you feel? How did you feel receiving the energy? If you have any questions, I would love to answer any questions. I know let me do that because I don't know if you can hear me with it. Okay. Yeah, please, no matter when you watch this, if you're watching this, especially if you lasted all the way till now and you actually did the energy work, um, please tell me how you felt. How do you feel, but how did you feel before and how do you feel now? Tell me where you're at in your spiritual awakening. I would love to know that. Ask me anything you'd like. It can be personal or not. Um, I would love to answer any questions and talk about more topics that you would like to talk about or would like me to talk about. So please leave some comments on what you'd like to talk about, and I will make sure that I'll make it happen. Um, so you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, rest of your week and a weekend, and we will see you here next week, same day, same time, same beautiful energy. Um, Also, I'll be doing some random live videos, short videos, maybe 10 or 15 minutes long during the week on Wednesdays and Fridays, Sunday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Um, so yeah, so I look forward to that, and I know it'll be some good information. So tune in then. Just kind of try to share this video. If you really like the video and you think you got a lot out of it, then please share it with your friends and family. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. Much love. Namaste. Love you.